Hey guys, welcome back. It's Thursday, so I'm back with another video. If you're new here, my name is Melissa Crafter. I create custom epoxy-free tumblers along with other crafts. In this week's video, I'm going to be showing you how I created these Christmas glittered ornaments using polycrylic. So if that's something that you're interested in, please continue watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. As always, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask that in the comment section. And please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I do upload a new video every Thursday. Also, if you guys have any video suggestions for me, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section. I'm interested to know what you guys want to see in my channel in future videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. So here are the materials that I am going to be using. I'm going to be using these plastic ornaments. I purchased these at Dollar Tree. I'll go ahead and link everything that I used down in the video description. But these come in a 2-pack and they are called DIY ornaments. I'm going to be using this Min Wax Polycrylic. It is a water-based clear gloss top coat. You can purchase this at any hardware store. I purchased mine at Lowe's. The glitters that I'm going to be using are all from Glitzy Girl Glitter. You can purchase these at glitzygirlglitter.com. I do have a discount code with Glitzy Girl Glitter. You can use a discount code MelissaCrafter10 for money off of your order. I'll go ahead and link their website down below, and I'll also add my discount code down below in case you guys want to check them out. They have a ton of beautiful high quality glitters, so definitely be sure to check them out. Pick up the polycrylic and put it inside of the ornaments. I'm going to be using this syringe here. And I'm also going to be using this little cup here to drain out the excess polycrylic that I insert into the ornaments. You want to have something like a cup. I didn't have a cup in hand, so I'm using these little containers here, but a cup works just as good. And then I'm also going to be using these little pieces of cardstock paper that I cut out. I'm going to be using it kind of like a funnel to get my glitter inside of my ornaments. I started off by taking off these little silver pieces off of the ornaments. You do want to be sure to save these since you are going to be reassembling your ornaments. So I'm going to start off by opening off my polycrylic. And then using my syringe, I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of the polycrylic and then insert it into my ornaments. The polycrylic is going to act as our adhesive here to get our glitter to stick onto the inside of the ornaments. Once I have my polycrylic in there, I'm going to go ahead and spin the ornament a couple times until the inside of my ornament is completely covered with the polycrylic. Once you do that, you want to go ahead and place your ornament upside down. That way the excess polycrylic can go ahead and drain out. So it doesn't really matter how much polycrylic you insert into the ornament because you're going to drain it out either way. So now that the excess polycrylic has drained out of my first ornament, I'm going to go ahead and add my glitter. I'm going to add my glitter using this little cardstock paper funnel that I'm making here. And I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of glitter. Once I have my glitter in there, I'm going to put my finger over the hole there at the top of the ornament and just kind of shake the ornament up a bit, which is going to make the glitter adhere onto the polycrylic. I don't have a specific amount of glitter that I add on inside of the ornament. I just add a little bit, and then if I need to add more, I see some spots that are missing glitter, I just go ahead and add a little bit more. That way I don't waste any of the glitter. So I'm going to continue and do the same for the rest of the ornaments. I'm going to go ahead and insert a little bit of the polycrylic with my syringe and then just kind of spin it a little bit until I see that the inside of the ornament is completely covered with the polycrylic. And then I'm going to go ahead and place them upside down so that they can go ahead and drain out. I know it's hard to tell from here, but you will definitely notice if any of the inside of your ornament isn't covered with the polycrylic. So what you're going to want to do is just continue rotating it until you see that it is completely covered. And then, of course, put it upside down. That way it could drain out all the excess polycrylic. Here I had two of them draining, and it does take about a minute or two for the excess polycrylic to drain. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of my cardstock paper here and turn it into a little funnel and then insert my glitter that way. Once I have my glitter on there, I'm going to go ahead and put my finger over the ornament hole and just shake it up and watch the glitter adhere onto the polycrylic. Again, if you notice that any piece of your ornament is missing a little bit of glitter, you can go ahead and add more and then shake it up until you see that it is completely covered. So I'm going to go ahead and continue these same steps for the rest of the ornaments. I'm going to be using my little piece of cardstock paper here to create a funnel to get my glitter inside of my ornaments. If you have a funnel that fits into the ornament, you can definitely use that, but I like to use these little pieces of cardstock paper. That way I can switch them out in between each glitter. So now that I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and pour the polycrylic that I drained out from the ornaments. I'm going to pour it back into the polycrylic container. That way I don't waste any product. And I am going to allow my ornaments to dry overnight. While my ornaments dry, I'm going to go ahead and work on my decals. Here I am on Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to be using my Cricut Explore Air 2 to cut out my designs. So I'm first going to go ahead and insert a text, and I'm going to write Merry Christmas. Once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and click on alignment and go ahead and center my text. Once that's centered, I'm going to change the font to this one here. It's called Hello Valentica, and it is from defont.com. Once I have that font, I'm going to go ahead and click here where it says line space, and I'm going to decrease the space in between each word here, and I'm going to just click on the downward arrow. That way it'll bring the words together. So now I'm going to go ahead and resize my decal here to go ahead and fit on my ornament. I'm just using one of the ornaments and some measuring tape to go ahead and measure that out and see how big I can do my decal. I ended up going with 1.8 for the width and 1.5 for the height. So here I'm going to go ahead and resize that. I'm going to go ahead and put 1.8 for the width, and then 1.5 for the height. And I am going to go ahead and duplicate this since I'm going to be adding it to two of my ornaments. So I'm going to go ahead and also weld my decal here to make sure that it all cuts together. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and select the entire text. And in the bottom right hand corner, I'm going to click on weld, and that's going to weld the design together. So now I'm going to go ahead and make the decal for two of my other ornaments. And here I'm going to go ahead and insert the name Nathan, and I'm going to go ahead and use the same font that I was using earlier, Hello Valentika from thefont.com. These decals, I'm going to go ahead and have the full name and then the beginning letter of the name as a background. So now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and add the background letter, and I'm going to change the font to Thila's, I believe it was called. And I think that font comes with Cricut Design Space, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to drag out this letter here and make it a little bit bigger since I do want it to be bigger than the actual name. And then I'm going to go ahead and move that letter to the back by clicking on Arrange. Once I have it on the back, I'm going to change that letter color to a different color. That way I can more or less see how my design is going to turn out. And then now that I have the name and the background letter, I'm going to kind of make the name a little bit smaller. That way it can all look good together. So here I'm just kind of playing around with the sizing just to get it exactly how I want. But later on, I'm going to go ahead and resize it to a size that's going to fit on my ornament. And then I am going to go ahead and weld the entire name. Here I got a little bit ahead of myself, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the name is welded, and then I'm going to go ahead and make sure that they are both highlighted and selected. You can tell on the right hand corner that they are both selected, and I'm going to click on align, and I'm going to click on center. That way the name will center directly in the middle. And then now that I have that exactly how I want it to look, I'm going to go ahead and resize it. Again, the size that fits on these ornaments, I'm going to do 1.8 for the width and then 1.5 for the height. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this and create another one for a different name. So here lastly, this is the decal that I'm going to add to the remaining two ornaments. This here is my logo, the Melissa part. It is a font from Canva. The font from Canva is called Moontime, and then the bottom letters that say Crafter are just inserted text from here, and they are the font Times New Roman. I'm going to go ahead and resize that to the same size, 1.8 by 1.5. So here I have my Cricut Explorer 2 cutting out my decals. So here I already weeded out my design, and I'm going to go ahead and reassemble my ornaments and add on my decals. Add my decals, I'm going to be using some transfer tape to go ahead and transfer my decal onto my ornament. So here's how my ornaments turned out. Customizing your ornaments by adding glitter and a decal is such a fun way to add a little sparkle to your Christmas tree. These also make great gifts and they also sell really great during the holidays. That's it for this video, you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask that in the comments section. And please be sure to be subscribed to my channel. I do upload a new video every Thursday. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is melissacrafter00. Thank you guys so much for watching.